Good afternoon and welcome to the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Rancho Mirage, including the library, the Conservee Board, and the Housing Authority and Board. Also, the City Council representing the redevelopment's successor agency, which is scheduled for a meeting today at 1 p.m., April 20th, 2023. This time, I'd like to call forward Councilmember Wild, who will lead us in our flag salute for today.
Thank you, Mayor. Please join me in saluting our great country as we pray for freedom around the world. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ted. I knew you could do it.
Thank you. I rehearsed for 2 days.
We'll now move on to the next item, which is roll call.
Councilmember Mulatto?
Present.
Councilmember Marker?
Here.
Councilmember Weil?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Downs? Mayor Kite?
Here. Do we need to excuse
Yes.
Councilman?
I was going to suggest making a motion, Mayor, to excuse Mayor Pro Tem Downs from the meeting.
There's a motion. Is there a second? Yes, I'll second. Second, please vote.
Motion carries 4-0.
Thank you very much. Now move on to the next item, which is non-agenda public comments. And the city clerk will handle the comments from the public.
First speaker is Wally Melendez.
Good afternoon, City Council, Administration, Rancho Mirage, City of Rancho Mirage. Today I'm not going to talk about any FCV. I'm going to talk about a university. If Trump can have his own university, Rancho Mirage can have its own university. Why we live in such a technological age. Think of it. If it wasn't for refrigeration, most of us wouldn't live here in Rancho Mirage in the summertime. Everybody just is running back and forth to their air-conditioned car, their air-conditioned home. They can't take it outside for 20 minutes in the heat. So just for that, just for the technological age that we live in, if Trump can have his own university, Rancho Mirage can have its own university. When I first came here about 7 years ago, first thing I inquire is about the colleges available around here. So what do I find? I find COD, College of the Desert. I said, oh, good. Well, I don't, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not going to give you but 1.5 for COD. I found a bunch of petty politics and unqualified faculty. So let me give you an idea. Remember, I'm the guy with ideas. Rancho Mirage, the name Rancho Mirage is a famous name. It's a unique name. When people drive, like I was driving on I-10, you notice Rancho Mirage. What is that? Mirage. It's an illusion. It's not like Rancho Cucamonga, you know? So I ended up here. It's been 7 years. So think of it. Think Rancho Mirage University. Better than COD. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was the only speaker card I received. Is there anyone else in the audience who would like to speak on something that is not on the agenda? I see no one. That is the last comment.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll now move on to the next item, which is the comments from the council and the board. With that, I'll go to Councilwoman Mulatto and just see if she has any comments.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This Saturday morning at 10 a.m., I'll be holding a city update at Rancho Mirage Mobile Home Park, and all residents are welcome to attend. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Marker, you have a comment?
Not at this time, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. And Councilman Weil, how about you? Do you have any comments?
Other than I was hoping that there was going to be some guests that I was going to introduce that were in the audience today who could not make it at the last minute. But I will say that we're approaching the end of our fiscal year. We've had an extraordinary year, and I look forward to being able to share the final financials with our constituents. And I believe that everybody's going to be extremely pleased and proud of what we've been able to accomplish together. And I truly mean that, together. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Ted. Next item is city manager comments. Isaiah?
None today. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. This is going to be a record meeting, I think, before we get done here. We'll now move on to the consent calendar and turn it over to the city manager, Isaiah, to present those items to the public.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Members of the council, you have 4 items on your consent calendar today for consideration. Item number 1 is to approve the April 6, 2023 regular meeting minutes. Item number 2 is to approve extension of completion date for track map number 35089 Bella Villa. Item number 3 is 4 SAF awards to 4 qualified nonprofits for a total of $17,000. Item number 4 are demands. And before we go to council comments or questions on the consent calendar, we'll turn this over to the city clerk to handle public comment.
Thank you. I did not receive any speaker cards. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak on the consent calendar? And seeing none.
Okay, thank you. How about council comment here? Anybody have anything to comment on? Okay. We will then go to a motion, please, to approve the consent calendar.
Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the consent calendar.
I'll second that.
Please vote.
Motion carries 4-0.
Okay, we'll now move on to the public hearing. Environmental assessment case number EA 22-0018, preliminary development plan, case number PDP 22004, and street name change case number STN 22-001. Family residences on half of a piece of property, tract number 35089, between Ginger Rogers and Via Florencia. At this time, I'd like to turn the meeting over to Joy, senior planner, who will give the staff report. Joy?
Thank you, Mayor Kite. Good afternoon, members of the City Council. For your consideration today is a preliminary development plan and a street name change request for Linea Rancho Mirage. The entitlement package includes planning case numbers EA 22-0018, PDP 22-0004, and STN 22-0001. The applicant is requesting approval to construct 9 single-family residences with 3 modern home concepts, and front yard landscape typicals. Homes range in size from approximately 4,800 to 5,600 square feet. The applicant is also requesting to change the current street name from Bella Via Court South to Via Linea. The project is located in Section 30, south of Ginger Rogers Road and north of Via Florencia. The project area sits on approximately 4.63 acres of land and has an underlying zoning designation of very low density residential, which allows for 2 dwelling units per acre maximum. The following slides show the site photos taken in January of this year. This photo shows the view south from Ginger Rogers Road. This slide here shows the photos of the view north from Via Florencia. As you can see, the lots have been graded and the majority of the subdivision improvements have been completed, excluding the landscaping in the common areas. The original tentative map shown here on the map with a purple border was approved back in 2008 and consisted of 18 lots. The map was extended multiple times until it was recorded in 2018. The subdivision was then sold to 2 separate property owners, and the project area for your consideration today is the south half of the tract shown in red highlight on the slide. Because the original map was approved under previous development standards, there are some lots that do not meet the current minimum lot size standards, but are considered legal nonconforming. This slide here shows the overall site plan with the house concepts plotted and color-coded on the lots. Access will be from Ginger Rogers Road with a gated entry, and there is also a secondary exit point at Via Florencia. The private street will provide access to all 9 lots. These homes have been designed to maximize lot coverage, and all the proposed plot plans meet the city's development code requirements pertaining to setbacks and lot coverage. This slide here shows the sample elevations along with the proposed colors and materials. The exterior elevations are geometric in nature and feature segmentations of stone, stucco, and glass. The colors chosen include neutral shades of grays, whites, and beiges. So each concept will have distinct architectural accents, such as limestone wall veneer, fixed glass over stucco, and painted metal louvers and columns. The colors and material palettes are not limited to the specific concept plans, and the developer or buyer can select the colors and finishes, which allows for some customization throughout the development. A condition of approval has been added to ensure that that adjacent lots cannot have the same color schemes. The proposed homes are all single-story, with the maximum height of the proposed home being 16.2 feet tall, and the city development code allows for a maximum height of 20 feet. As you will see on the following slides, each home consists of a large open living entertainment space focused on the indoor and outdoor connection, a large independent master suite, and 3 guest bedrooms in various layouts, as well as media and office spaces. This slide here shows Plan L, which features an expansive vista plan with a shorter wing as a slide-out element from the main body. There are 3 different facades to provide variety in materials and fenestration. The main house is connected to a shorter wing that contains a master suite. As a reminder, the colors and materials shown on the elevations are not limited to the specific home, and the developer or buyer will select the colors and finishes from the main color and materials palette. Plan B features varying garages and guest house arrangements around the main house structure and will result in 3 distinctive facades. This plan is featured on the smaller lots in the subdivision. In this instance, Plan B2 is on the smallest lot in the subdivision, and a 1-car side loading garage was added on the opposite end of the 2-car front loading garage. This plan shows the V3 plan, which is slightly different from the V2 plan shown previously. One of the major differences is that this plan has a 3-car garage as opposed to the 2 separate garages in V2. Plan H is a front-loaded home plan sitting far back from the street and providing westerly mountain views. This plan is the largest house plan at approximately 5,000 square feet, excluding the garage area. The house is set further back, and the private outdoor living space is placed along the front, leaving opportunity for site amenities in the front yard area. As a part of this submittal, front yard typical landscaping is provided. The front landscapes feature lineal planting arrangements similarly to Sunnylands and is related to the project architectural theme and feature desert-appropriate plantings. Canopy trees include mulga, yellow oleander, palo verde trees, along with varying palm tree species. This slide here shows the planting palette for Plan V. A row of weeping figs is planted along the side entry garage in Plan V2 as a part of the overall design to maintain balanced proportions. As a part of this request, the applicant is also requesting to change this current street name of Bella Via Court South to Via Linea to better fit their proposed development theme. The street name change will not affect any existing residences and properties outside of the subdivision. In addition, staff requested comments from various agencies who noted support for Via Linea. The project has been reviewed for compliance with the California Environmental Quality Act. A mitigated negative declaration was adopted for the tentative tract map and a previously approved preliminary development plan in 2008. The tentative map expiration date was automatically extended by the state. However, the preliminary development plan expired. So with respect to the proposed project, the revisions from the previously approved project are only minor technical changes that do not result in any significant environmental effect. The current request does not propose to amend the project boundaries, uses, or development intensities of the original approval. So based on the city's analysis, no subsequent or supplemental environmental documents required, and this project is still required to comply with the mitigation measures indicated in the adopted MND. Moreover, street name changes are exempt from CEQA under the common sense exemption, and therefore no further environmental review is required. The project received recommendations of approval from the ARB and Planning Commission earlier this year. As a part of this review, staff routed the project for comments to city departments and responsible agencies, and any applicable comments received have been incorporated into the conditions of approval. The proposed project is in conformance with the city's general plan and the Section 30 design guidelines. Staff has not received any outside correspondence or comments regarding this request. Staff recommends that the City Council, A, find the project exempt from CEQA and determine that the previously adopted mitigated negative declaration is still valid for this project, B, approve the preliminary development plan, and C, approve the street name change from Bella Via Court South to Via Linea. This concludes my presentation, and I'd be happy to address any questions the council members may have. Thank you.
Thank you. Excellent job, Joy. City Clerk?
Yes, I did not receive any speaker cards on this item. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak on agenda item number 5? No comments.
Pardon me?
No comments.
Okay. Any council comments? And down there? Okay.
None.
Could I have a motion, please?
Sure, Mayor, I'll make a motion that the City Council find preliminary development plan case number PDP 22-004 and street name change case number STN 22-001 to be exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act, CEQA, pursuant to CEQA guideline sections 15162 and 15061B3, and determine that the previously adopted mitigated negative declaration based on environmental assessment case number EA 07003 is still valid for the proposed project, and B, approve preliminary development plan case number PDP 22-004 subject to the conditions of approval and based on the content and findings in the staff report. And C, approve street name change case number STN 22-001 to change Bolivia Court South to Via Linea based on the content and findings in the staff report.
Is there a second, please?
Second.
Please vote.
Motion carries 4-0.
Okay, thank you very much. And Joy, it was a joy working with you today. Okay, we now have item number 6, to consider approving fiscal year 2023-2024 rent levels on restricted property. The complexes for the city are Parkview Villas, San Jacinto Villas, Santa Rosa Villas, and Whispering Waters. So at this time, I'd like to turn the meeting over to Marcus Soliman, who is a housing manager, and he'll discuss his staff report. Marcus.
Thank you, Mayor Kite. Good afternoon, Honorable Mayor Kite, City Council, and staff. The City of Rancho Mirage's Housing Authority owns and maintains 4 age-restricted affordable housing properties. Those properties are Parkview Villas, Whispering Waters, Santa Rosa Villas, and San Jacinto Villas, totaling 226 units. The city contracts with hired property management professionals to oversee the daily on-site operations. Each household's rent is established using the affordable housing formula, which is simply to calculate 30% of the household's total prior year annual gross income. Per U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development affordable housing guidelines, a rent recertification review is conducted annually to establish the new rent rates for the following year and to confirm the resident's eligibility for affordable housing. Eligibility is determined using the state income limits established by the Department of Housing and Community Development for Riverside County. As a benefit to the residents of Rancho Mirage's Housing Authority properties, in 2003, City Council approved a prescription rent credit program that covers out-of-pocket medical expenses for the prior year for which the household receives no reimbursement. Prescription rent credits are applied to the upcoming fiscal year and are capped at $100 per month per household. Staff recommends that the City Council approve the household rent levels for these Housing Authority-owned properties for fiscal year 2023 and 2024. This concludes my presentation. I am happy to address any questions you may have.
Thank you, Marcus. City Clerk, do you have any comments?
Thank you. I did not receive any speaker cards. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak on this item? Okay, please come up and state your name.
I'd like to say a few words of caution when these programs for low-income lease agreements, that they can easily become predatory in the sense that the people that qualify to move into this low-income lease agreements, let's say, rental units, that they get trapped by the legalese in the rental agreements, whereby the higher power, let's say the government, like here, takes advantage of low-income people. Many low-income people, their basic form of income is Social Security, which of course you all know that many Republicans want to eliminate that program, which is not theirs to eliminate. But to get back that legalese can turn into, again, predatory lease agreements. Very bad for the renters. Because as I said before, most of them, their basic income is Social Security. And of course, there's other forms of income that a lot of people get. But watch out, we don't want that predatory lease agreements. Thank you.
Thank you. Steve?
Yeah, just for the record, our lease agreements are not predatory, and our lease agreements have been reviewed by the Department of Fair Housing, which is an agency associated, nonprofit agency associated with Riverside County. So I just want to put that on the record.
Okay, that's great, thank you. Any other council comments?
Yes, Mayor.
Yes.
I would like to merely reiterate the fact that these properties I classify as affordable housing as opposed to necessarily low income. And they are extremely attractive. And I'm very proud of the fact that we're able to offer this to our residents. Anyone that has been and toured any of these buildings will recognize that they are in a first-class manner. And the people that live there are very proud and recognize that they're being provided an opportunity to live in a subsidized housing project of the city of Rancho Mirage that is maintained in a first-class manner and allows people to live in dignity. And so, as a council person, it gives me a great deal of pride and satisfaction to know that we're able to provide these facilities for some of our constituents. So with that, as Mark has just mentioned, in addition to a very reasonable rental rate, we even give additional credit to people whose medical bills exceed a certain amount, and they're given up to $100 now per month as far as their rent is concerned. So it's a terrific situation, one that we're proud to be able to facilitate, and I'm all in favor of approving this new rental program. Thank you, Mayor.
Ted, would you like to make a motion on this item?
I'd be happy to. I'll make a motion that the Housing Authority Board of Directors approve the fiscal year 2023 and 2024 rent levels for Parkview Villas, San Jacinto Villas, Santa Rosa Villas, and Whispering Waters age-restricted residential complexes.
Thank you. Is there a second, please?
I'll second.
Please vote.
Motion carries 4-0.
Thank you, and I believe that was the last public item. And turn the meeting over to Steve Quintanilla, our city attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The City Council is now going to recess into closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D1 regarding the following pending litigation matters: vacation rental owners and neighbors of Rancho Mirage et al. Versus City of Rancho Mirage, vacation rental owners and neighbors of Rancho Mirage versus City of Rancho Mirage, Wendy Hope Heckman versus City of Rancho Mirage. And we also have a pending case with an unspecified name, since disclosure would jeopardize pending settlement negotiations. And the final item is the council will meet with legal counsel regarding potential initiation of litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D4, and that involves one potential case.
Thank you, Steve. We will now recess to closed session. We're going to reconvene on the open session and go back to our city attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The City Council took no reportable action in closed session.